What's up, everybody? How are we doing? It's Mickey come back to you with a little video. Picked up a ton of stuff in the last month or so. This is probably going to be it for the next little bit of stuff I pick up. Not that I've been spending too much money, going beyond my means, but I just feel like I've been picking up too much stuff and spending too much money on cards that don't matter significantly to me. So I'll probably might take a little break, not like a huge break, just for a month or so. So when I find something that I'm that I need in my collection, I'll feel more comfortable picking it up. Because I've just been picking up a bunch of smaller stuff in abundance, as you'll see in a second. That's kind of a cool LeBron. It's actually a 2003 rookie draft bobblehead from a family friend who had a bunch of bobbleheads, and I got that one because I was I'm a Bulls fan, but it's LeBron, you know. All right, so let's start with the I guess less cool stuff. You could say, I think that would be this stuff. This first stuff right here, I joined a couple random breaks. The first one was a throwback college mixer. I don't remember what it was. Probably 15 boxes of whatever, probably 20, 25 bucks. Got Oklahoma, thought there was other base cards and stuff. Thought get a cool AP, maybe a cool little Baker, because I think 2017, 2018 was the last year in it. Got this SP Authentic Jamel Fleming. This is probably the coolest one. It's an AP Collegiate Contenders out of 99. Out of 49, Trey Sermon and a Malcolm Kelly auto. So not the best break, but those were breaks. And then I decided to join a big boy National Treasures break because I'm not intelligent. Got the Eagles, did get a hit, probably not worth $60, whatever it was. Oh, I mean, definitely not, but got a Jalen Hurts jersey, obviously not game used, but might be tush push used, because I think that's the only play the Eagles practice. So that's fun. And I guess the last other, it's kind of a break, kind of not a break. Card Collector 2, I got into a whatnot phase 4 weeks ago. Also 1 second, I just realized I hit that card. My bad, there were 3 cards that I realized I picked up that I did not grab for this video. I had some I think it was $30 mystery packs. There was 100 of them. There was a checklist. There was 20 of the hits in the of the $30 packs were $100 cards. But because of that, obviously they were it's a $10 floor. So I think half of the packs had $10 cards, 20 of them had $100 cards. Then the other 30 had somewhere between a $15 and $20 card. We knew that going in. It was a risk. I hit 1 decent card, but then 3 cards that I'd be lucky that are worth $10. Brock Purdy Ice, they're all graded cards, BGS 8.5. I'm pretty sure this is maybe a $5 card ungraded, so probably still worth $5. That's cool. Jeremy Hill, shout out Old Tops Chrome. Out of 75, it's a 9. Maybe $10, maybe $15 to the right collector. I don't really know much about Jeremy Hill. If anybody wants this shit, let me know. It'll be hella cheap. I just need to move it. I don't even know who Charles LeBlanc is. I looked him up. His numbered Topps Chrome autos, he's on the Marlins, sell for his autos out of 99 from his rookie year Topps Chrome ungraded, sell for $1. So if this is worth $5, I would be shocked. But then the cool one that I got, it wasn't one of the main hits, but I think it was one of the secondary. There were probably 20 cards that, so I don't know if this is a $30 card or a $70 card. Probably much closer to 30 or 40, but it's a David Montgomery SGC 9.5 Color Blast out of 10, and it's graded a 9.5, 7 out of 10. So that's kind of cool right there. And yeah, so now let's get into the fun stuff. Let's start out with the less fun stuff, then gravitate to the fun stuff. It's pretty much that stack right there. A lot of these are Whatnot purchases. Some of them are eBay purchases. Maybe one of these was like a direct deal. I don't remember. So these were like cheap cards. I got these for like either $1. These were like freebies on Whatnot. Tyler Fitzgerald out of 150. Adil Amador out of 125. Damian Lillard. I don't know what Ice or whatever. Then Cade Horton rookie. And then Chase Meadroth. These are the red rookies. If I paid anything for this, it was like $1 or $2. It came with a mag, but I redistributed. I actually didn't mind that because I got like 20 cards in mags from Whatnot, and like 15 of the cards that were in mags were like $2 cards. So I just took all of those out, and I'm just like, you know what? Even if I paid $4 for some of these cards, the mag is $2, so I'll just use these mags for some of my PC cards. This is kind of cool. I picked this up for like $5. Don't know what it's worth, but it's an MJ. Is this 08 Masterpieces? 07 Masterpieces. I just really like Masterpieces baseball. I just think it's kind of like a beautiful looking product. These three are just kind of, I think this is like some cheaper prospect stuff I picked up on Whatnot. Some Cubs prospect. It's a true blue out of 150. Freelay Encarnacion. This is the blue shimmer out of 150. And then a Josh Young. This is like the debut, I think, Sapphire out of 175. I thought that was 69 out of 175. It's 59. You know, not quite 69, but still cool. Next, let's get into this little pile. These are just some like cool random stuff. Most of this is like non-PC, but just like not dollar stuff, but like I think this is all in that like $5 to $10 range of stuff I picked up, of just stuff I thought was cool. 2004 Alex Rodriguez Gold. I just think old cards like this are cool. One of my favorite products ever to like watch breaks of growing up is this 08 Moments and Milestones Jose Reyes. That's out of 10. 8 out of 10. Let's see if the camera can focus on that. That is out of 10. 5 out of 10. My bad. Just didn't have one. This is out of 1,999, but it's a Chris Paul XPX rookie. I thought that was kind of cool. Is this 2015 Prizm? 2015, 2016 Prizm, so this is about like second year Prizm. Tracy McGrady, like red ruby. I just think that the old Raptors logo is sick. That's out of 350. I just think that's really cool. I picked this up for like $10. Don't know what it's worth. I think it's worth around that. But I remember like when I first started getting into collecting. I think it was like in middle school. I think it was like in 7th or 8th grade when like Bryce Harper was like the top prospect. Might be off by a year or so, but I remember going to a card show with my dad. I think it was Chicago Sports Spectacular, and like Bryce Harper rookies were like $20, and my dad knows nothing about cards, but he was like, you should get some like Bryce Harper stuff. That's also crazy that like the top dude like only sold $20, and now like the top dude's like base stuff sells like over $100. But didn't have a Bryce Harper. Honestly, Bryce Harper, not like the number one dude in our generation at all. That's Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani might be the best player of all time already, which is insane. But like 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts in the NLCS, that has to be the single greatest playoff game performance of all time. And I mean, I don't know if he's clearly the best hitter if you take an average into consideration, but he's a top 2 hitter, top 3 hitter, and he hasn't thrown enough because he's been hurt. But like, I mean, he has to also be like at least a top 20 pitcher, top 30 starter, right? Maybe top 5 in both if he's fully, I don't know. Shohei Ohtani is an anomaly. He is insane, but that's a Bryce Harper rookie. This is one of the ones I might have shown in my last video, but I don't remember. I picked this up for 99 cents on an eBay auction. It's optic. It's not licensed, but it's a Colson Montgomery rookie out of 65. Just nasty. Cam Smith, he's on the Astros now. I think he finished top 5 in Rookie of the Year. He might have won Rookie of the Year. I don't think he did, though, because he got hurt. But this dude was really good. He was the main piece heading back to the Astros for Kyle Tucker. But that's a silver. Just, like, fun. And I remember I got this for $4 and whatnot before the playoffs. 2020 Andrew Vaughn Gold out of 50. He's killing it right now. I sold most of my, like, White Sox stuff like that. I still have a lot, like, one auto of each player. And I think, like, a bunch of, like, just stacks of rookies and a couple numbered cards. But I'm really picky about the White Sox stuff I pick up. But, like, I hate and love Andrew Vaughn. It's mostly hate, but that's just because he was bad until he got traded, then decided to become in. If we're going by, like, if you equate that to, like, a full season, like, that's all-star caliber level and was a big part of the Brewers' second half and why they got first place in the NL in the regular season. But for $4, like, that's not his true, but that's his second year. And for $4, like, I feel like if this was, like, a 2025 Gold of Andrew Vaughn, it would go for, like, $15 for no reason. So I'll take his second year Gold for $50 for $4. Like, why the hell not? Next, we got some game-used jersey stuff. We'll do that one last because I think it's the coolest. I would say I picked all of this up for an average of, like, maybe, like, $3 each. Maybe closer to $4, which is about what they go for, but I just thought this shit was cool. Paul Pierce, game-used floor. This is all game-used stuff. This is not like the Jalen Hurts, which is not even practice-worn. Curtis Martin, game-used ball. Curtis Martin, game-used jersey. Plaxico Burress, game-used. Isaac Bruce, game-used. Ocho Cinco, game-used. Frank Gore, game used, and a Fred Taylor game used. I don't know why I think this is the coolest. I just know it looks really basic. It's also from 2001. I also picked up a Drew Bledsoe collegiate game used jersey. I guess I accidentally put it in a different stack, but that is fine. This one I think might have paid $7 or $8 for. He has no patches listed on eBay. Not like an all-time player by any means, but like a really good player in his day. He has a couple just jersey cards, but this is the only, he doesn't even have a patch listed for sale on eBay. And this is out of 25. So I just picked it up. Like, one, it's a cheap card of like a vet that was good that I feel like doesn't have a lot of cards. It's Chuck Person, but it's a 3-color. There is some blue over there. Out of 25. Also, in the Wolves jersey, I think it's kind of cool because I don't know a lot about Chuck Person, but I think he was mainly on the Pacers. So he was clearly not on the Wolves for that long, unless I'm wrong. Played for 2 seasons with Minnesota in the middle of his 13-year career. Yeah, he averaged 17 points a game. The 92 Wolves, was that like... That could have been the Wolves' first year. I don't know if I think the Wolves were early 90s when they debuted. Because I don't know if it was the same year, but didn't the Magic, the Heat, I don't, that could have been late 80s though, but that's kind of cool. I thought that was cool. Maybe like 10 more cards, nothing too crazy. I just thought this was cool. I remember I paid exactly $8 for this. I know it's modern, but Cade Cunningham's really good. I really like the blue shimmer on the blue. And like 144 isn't really low numbered, but I just thought that I didn't have a single Cade Cunningham card. That was kind of cool. This I paid $10 exactly for. Do not know what it's worth, but don't care. Do not pick up I don't pick up a ton of modern Bull stuff. I might pick up a bunch of cheap Buzelis rookies though, that are like, like $3 a piece, just because I think it's cool to have some. But same thing with Caleb Williams. Like he looks good right now. I'm with it, bear down, but like I just can't invest that much money in it. But this is out of 10, 9 out of 10. Might be like the 3rd best player on the Bulls right now, if we're being honest. Giddey. It's Giddey, Kobe White, him, Buzelis, and then Vucevic, but I don't really care about Nikola Vucevic. That's out of 10 though. It's like the purple ice. It's from Topps Chrome. It's unlicensed, but it's pretty. These next two, this I don't know. This is somewhere between 10 and 15 bucks, but it's game used at a 199. Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, and Tim Duncan. I think this is really cool. Obviously, I have a little PC of Dirk. I have a couple Wade cards. Tim Duncan was one of my favorite players to watch. Best power forward of all time. I do not, if you think Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, if you consider Anthony Davis a power forward and not a center, if you think those guys are better, you're crazy. It's Tim Duncan. I guess Giannis. Giannis might be the second best power forward of all time, if we're truly being honest about it. But all three of them, this is what, like 2012, 2014 Intrigue. I've actually never even heard of the product Panini Intrigue, but that is a terrific trio. That is a very terrific trio. This was $10 shipped. 2005 is this Leaf Limited. Paul Konerko, like 2-color patch with some of the jersey. It's out of 100, but it's game used and like just an easy purchase. 7 more cards. I don't know what order to go in for these. We'll just rock the other 2 Konerkos right now. This was probably like 15 bucks. Just Spectrum Auto out of 99. Might have overpaid for it by a little bit. Could have even paid $20 for this. I just thought it was really cool. And because I know it's on sticker. And then this I actually got on Whatnot for $11. It's unlicensed, but it's actually an on-card auto out of 25. And I just think that looks really clean. And Konerko autos go for around 10 bucks anyway. And I know it's unlicensed, but I think the on-card evens it out. Like, that's... Like, there's no logo on there, but, like, that's just beautiful. And also, I like Konerko on the Dodgers because I've been picking up a lot of, like, older Konerko refractors and stuff, and they're mostly on the Dodgers because that's, like, 94 to 98, give or take. 5 more cards. Ooh, I mean, there's no best or worst card here. I mean, maybe value-wise there is. Like, value-wise, this is probably the lowest on here, but I think it's really cool. 2000 out of 90, I paid $8 for this. Very okay with it. No idea what it's worth, but it has to be worth at least that, if not more. I don't know if I got a steal on this or not, but this 2003 Don Russo third-year Drew Brees die cut out of 91. Just absolutely gorgeous card right there. Love that. Shout out Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and clearly in my lifetime. I thought it was really cool. We'll go this next. Paid 10 bucks for this. Haven't picked up an Evan Longoria in a long time. This is out of 25, but orange is my favorite color, and it's an orange refractor. And he was on the Giants for like 3 years. I just think that's cool. Evan Longoria, my first PC, my first player I collected, getting into collecting, my first favorite player, especially I wasn't a White Sox or anything. I loved Evan Longoria, still do. Hall of very good, indeed. Injuries kind of derailed his... There was a time when I was like, okay, maybe he actually is on a Hall of Fame trajectory, but injuries derailed it, and then he slowed down when he kind of got healthy, but Evan Longoria. 3 more cards. I'm going to show this one first. I think this is the most valuable of the 3, but it's probably the least cool to me. Number 1 prospect in baseball. I also love how it's out of 69. I paid exactly what this is worth, like 30 bucks, but Connor Griffin, Electricity, Pirates prospect, number 1 prospect in baseball. This dude's the shit. And I kind of like how, I mean, it's an Electricity refractor, but it's also kind of Pirates colors. And I know it's unlicensed, but I think that looks really clean. And that is my prospecting of the day. So 2 more cards real quick. I'll show this one first. I think I paid like 15 bucks for this. I think that's fine. I don't know what it's... He has a really weird market, but McNabb, I've been picking up way more Harrison than McNabb, which I'm okay with because I kind of like picking up Harrison stuff more so than McNabb. For some reason, I feel like Marvin Harrison has like cooler refractors and stuff, which doesn't make sense because their cards are all in the same era. Maybe I just like the imagery more because he's a wide receiver, and maybe I like the Colts just more than the Eagles inherently. But this is the Black Pandora out of 25. I don't know why. I just think black refractors inherently, maybe it's just a lot of the cards they pick up are White Sox cards. I like, even just on the white jersey, I just think the black just pops, even though the Eagles don't have black in their colors. This is from 2022, and it is 21 out of 25. I haven't picked up a McNabb in a while. Actually, I think I picked up a jersey or two of his at Nationals, but like a cool McNabb. And last one, I bought this popped up on Whatnot. I bought it for 20 bucks. Was not a player or a card. Like, dude, I like. He is a starting defensive tackle on the Bears. And I don't have any. This is the only Prizm Gold I own. It's about what it's worth. It's a second year. It's not his rookie, but it's 4 out of 10. Starter on the Chicago Bears, Gervon Dexter, Gold out of 10. It's a PSA 9. Bought it for 20 bucks, graded. I think one of these, his rookie raws go like 20, 25. I looked it up to see like if I got a good deal on it, because I didn't look this up before I bought it on a like 20-second auction. But very okay with this $20 purchase of a second year Gold of a Bears starter. And he's pretty solid. The Bears D-line is good. The Bears linebackers and secondary, not that good. The Bears, yeah, their linebackers are also hurt, but the Bears secondary honestly sucks. The Bears linebackers, when healthy, not that bad, but they're not healthy right now. Edmonds is hurt, and then I think Noah Sewell like ran into TJ Edwards, and then like got a concussion, and I think he's hurt now. So now we're playing like our 4th-round rookie who we took in the 4th round, was supposed to go undrafted. But the Bears D-line is, I think, the only good part of the Bears defense overall. Out of 10, Gervon Dexter. So hope y'all enjoyed, and take it easy. And what's up, LeBron?